It's Friday, and I do a thing where I fumble with what I'm doing until I click this thing. It's slightly off center. And I didn't check the volume. Greetings. My name's Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Wow. I have another thing I have to do, since if you're new here, which I know most of you aren't, it is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. I am doing a big old fundraiser to raise funds for my parents, my family overall, because cancer sucks. And both my parents are dealing with it right now. My father has pancreatic cancer, has been dealing with it for a year, and my mother has just recently undergone minor non-invasive surgery for early stage lung cancer. Hopefully that will just go the heck away. You gotta be careful now with the words, at least at the first 5 minutes. Before I go any further, though, I have to see if I can do this correctly. So bear with me. I did this every time last year, and I'm going to do it again this year. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. I support pancreatic cancer research in memory of my brother, Daniel. You can change the course of pancreatic cancer for all of us by supporting research. Research for Daniel, research for those we've lost, research for patients, research for all of us. Donate today at pancan.org.
Isn't that fun? I have to do that every time. Ooh, and I got to turn that off. It tried to keep going. We don't want that. No, thank you. I stopped it, though. So there you go. Number one is also involved in this in his own way. Isn't that wild? I was surprised when I found that out. Whoa. It's one of those days, man. I need so much caffeine, and I've had so much caffeine, and it's not helping. It should, but it isn't. In the glass tonight, I see some of you have already announced your drinkageness. Thank you. I appreciate that, because as I like to say, I do not like to drink alone. Done it many times in my life already. I'm good. Unless it's like just me before bed. Not right before bed. I've tried to stop doing that. 5 fingers. Where is it? You slow. 5 fingers. High five. George Dickel bottle and bomb on the glass. Mad. Kathy Huey. Hello. Shrunken. Zenbu. Hello. Shrunken. New malt. New Riff. I just twisted those words. New Riff malted rye in the tumbler. Sounds good. I don't know if I've had New Riff. I can't even keep track anymore. I only know what bottles I haven't had, and I say no very tentatively. If those bottles aren't here anymore, I'm not. How many chambers? Mashing buttons and lurking. Thank you. Lurk away. I've done that plenty of times. Oh, Mike Franklin. Good evening. Look at all these members that are here. Special treat for all of you who are. I see the hearts. Thank you. For all of you who are members, there is official podcast stuff that you can now listen to. Ah, yeah, that's right. Podcast. Me. What a great idea that was. For patrons and members of the channel. That is something I've been doing since the end of August. Patreon decided to just nix the lenses, which is something that if you have a Patreon of any kind, you will remember what those are. They just went, no, we're not doing that anymore. They were pretty to begin with, but they were there. So I had to switch over to something else to convey my thoughts and what I'm doing with the channel. And that's the podcast is what happened. That's what I landed on. So now members and patrons can enjoy those if you should choose to. I try to keep them about 10 minutes long. It's just me talking, similar to this, except without the visual aid. You don't get to see my beautiful mustache. I should mention something in advance. I have stopped shaving. Why, you may ask? Am I telling you this? Because there's a thing called No Shave November, also bringing attention to cancer and cancer research. And you can look it up on the Googles. Just No Shave November. Be careful with that because there's other November things. I don't want to go into detail, but and it just means you don't shave for the whole month of November and bring it up in conversations when people are like, "Hey, I haven't shaved. What's the deal?" And you talk about that, raising awareness about cancers of varying sorts. I think it was for men's cancer specifically at the start, but I think it's just gone and broadened itself to talking about cancer a little more openly for this month. I didn't officially think about doing it until this morning. No, last night. I realized I hadn't shaved in a couple days, realized that a couple days was the beginning of November. I have known about No Shave November for a while now, years actually. Never participated because, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it really. It wasn't something that I was as intent on until last year. This is the first year I'm participating. I kind of hate it already. It was so itchy. But hey, I get to see what happens in 30 days. How much gray do I have under there that I haven't noticed yet? Yay. It's creeping in the mustache already. It's creeping into here. Frickin' Santa Claus. Anyway, to talk about the raffle, many of you may know already, there is a big old GoFundMe raffle giveaway happening this month. The link is in the pinned comment. All the proceedings go directly to my parents. Like directly, I don't touch it. Thankfully, I'm not allowed to touch it because other reasons. Certain assistances I do get, would be implicated and problematic. Long story. But they just got their first installment today. They're very happy about that. We're halfway through the goal. I'm going to try to I'm going to try to talk about it as much as I can on all the social medias. If you can help, please do. That is the big selling point, is that all of you already like whiskey. Many of you have already entered. And if you can convince friends and family to enter as well, that gives you a better chance of trying said whiskey. It works. The funny thing about raffle entries is if you get more of them in there, you have more of a chance to win. I know, it's crazy. So if you can get anyone else you know involved who would maybe let you try some or just hand you the bottle, that is an option. Doing well so far, and I believe we have 14 and different prizes right now. 14 prizes. They should be linked below this video that you are watching. I'm not 100% sure on that because it's one of those things I did earlier. My memory is not the best when I am for anything. Is that everything I need to get out of the way there? Yeah, that only took about 8 minutes. Good. Right now I have a couple things that I'm dealing with as far as drinking wise goes. I'm drinking a lot this month. More next month because look what's here. Whoa, hello. Where did that come from? Flavor advent calendar. As long as I sit like this, it's invisible. Donated to the channel by Mama KillCo. And she just gave that to me this morning. Dragged it in here and I had to figure out where to put it. That seemed like the most ideal location to at least just be able to do this. Hey. There it is. Okay. Excellent, Simple. Thank you. That's what I figured I did, but I was one of those like, did I do that? Or did I just think I should do that? I don't remember which. Excellent. Glad you're feeling better. What was I saying? Oh, drinks. Yes. I have in my glass some cider. Happens around this time of year. Get in a very cidery mood. So it's usually October, November, December-ish. And then I start to shift into wanting stuff like Guinness. Stouts or ports? I always get those confused. The heavy ones. The heavy ones where you have one and you're like, okay, I'm done. Feel like you ate a loaf of bread. Other than that, my thought process was, hey, this is a perfect excuse to try a bunch of the whiskeys that you're raffling off. What a brilliant idea. I am starting with Using my tiny glass, so being sensible. These are very high proof. All of them. We're starting at 50%. Woo! That'll be with this magnificent beast here. This is one of the bottles that is in the lineup. You could only get it at Crowd Barrel through their Patreon, I think initially. Blend number 1, so hopefully they'll do it again. A glorious blend of 75% malt whiskey, at least 3 years old, distilled at Balcones. 22.2% light whiskey, 15-year-old, distilled at MGP. 2.8% malt whiskey, 2 years old, distilled at Real Spirits. Real Spirits is a distillery in Texas. So very Texas-y. And if you don't like Balcones, well, you might not like this one. I'm not a particular giant fan of Balcones, but I don't dislike it. Like that one, I couldn't, it's there, but it's subtle. Then, of course, we dive into Irene Tan bottles. Yes, at least 4 of these, possibly more, I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. 4 of these, at least, are Irene Tan picks. This is the only way I could figure I can get some of these bottles into whiskey connoisseur hands, or just people who like to drink whiskey. I mean, it's the same thing, really, in some regards. But right now, we're going into the Old Elk after that. This is Wheated Bourbon, the Sweet Cheeks, 58%. This is the only Old Elk bottle I've ever had in my collection. I very likely had some Old Elk at one point or another. But it's a wheated whiskey, so you know I'm going to like it. And of course, the bottle itself is very intimidating. It's got shoulder pads. Like in the 80s. Or the 90s. Yeah, whatever. And then, finally, we'll be finishing the evening off with the Elijah Craig Private Barrel from last year. I still have the one from this recent year that I have to do a video on. And this one is called Irene's Hug. It's called that because it's 66.8%. More like a body blow, but I'm okay with it. I think it, if I remember, which I don't believe it drinks like the proof. We'll see in a little bit. So I will be going back and forth between cider and whiskey. My palate's going to be a bit weird. That's okay, because sometimes you just have to have a drink when you know full well you have a month-long raffle giveaway to deal with. No pressure. I also haven't really eaten much today because, of course, I haven't. I've had breakfast. It was a good breakfast, but it was not much. I'm lucky I can get myself to eat something after this, but you know how it goes. Doesn't matter how many times I do this, I get anxious. And then my body's like, don't think of anything else. Just panic. All right. Starting with Magnificent Beast. Magnificent. Oh, wait. This is it's not a real cork. Wow. I'm not really sure when that started happening. Maybe it's just because I keep opening these near my face. Probably isn't the best idea, but lately I've been getting a whiff of the bottle. That used to be something I would expect from peated scotch, but now almost every whiskey bottle I open, I get this kind of whoof when I open it, which wasn't happening before. I wouldn't really notice until I got into the whiskey. Now it's just every time I open one, like, oh hi, there it is. Excuse me, ouch. Oh yeah. There's Balcones in this. That smells pretty good though. I can tell there's light whiskey in it. What? Light whiskey gives me this weird tinny metallic-y vanilla glazed over it. And that's what's muting this Balcones note. Balcones tends to make me think of leather chairs or dried plums or dried figs. Dried fruit. Sort of mixed together. No. Just looking at my cell phone, it's placed in an odd way. was supposed to be there, and it's reflecting something back. I'm going, what the hell is in there? Oh. What the noise? I'm still debating on entries via Super Chats and Venmo and PayPal. I think I will but be aware that I'm not preferring, but if you want all the money to go directly to my family, the GoFundMe is the way to go. If you want to donate it through the Super Chats or Venmo or PayPal because it's easier for you, please do. And of course, if you do not want your entries to be counted for the raffle and you're just donating to donate to me and the channel and all that, just give me a heads up about that. Otherwise, I'll just add it to the entries. That complicates things on my end, but then again, this is already fairly complicated to begin with. It's all right. Ah, yes, and of course, please tell any of your whiskey tuber friends, like any channel you're a fan of, mention this, tell them about it, you know, email them, whatever you want to do. I've emailed a few of them, and we'll see what happens with that. I've gotten a response from a few of them as well, so far so good. I know It's Bourbon Night talked about it briefly on their channel last Sunday, which I did appreciate quite a bit. So we're good. We got it rolling around there. Trying to figure out this note. It's got this weird grape note almost, but it's reminiscent of Eagle Rare in how there's that purple grape note. But this is more dense, it's more dried fruit and leathery. It's a weird one. The Balcones note is one of those things that people have talked about. And that's what it comes off for me. Leathery, dark, dried fruits. With almost... I'm thinking of hot chocolate. That's also in there. The more I smell it, the more it's a dried fruit. Almost raisin-like. That's probably what it is, raisin. I'm not a huge fan of raisins either. I certainly like them a little better than I did when I was a kid. Back then, raisins were gross. Alright, cheers everyone. Thanks for being here. Balcones is alright. It's nice though. Damn. I like that. God, it burns. First whiskey of the day. The cider does have some alcohol in it, but it's low. I think it's 4.5%. So I would have to drink at least 2 of those to get in the affected zone. This, however, wouldn't take much. Same with the other 2. I'm going to have very small pours of both because, do not need to be inebriated on stream tonight. Thank you very much. We're good. Oh, my ear thing's being weird. I don't know what it is, but lately I have the tinnitus in my right ear specifically. It's been annoying lately. Like waking up to it is not pleasant. I haven't actually looked at this. Hold on. Just a look. Whoa. I don't know how you can see all of that, but they always do such wild designs on these things. I know you only see part of it, but yeah. Big old box. Last time I did that was back in 2021. Was the last PlayVR Advent calendar I did. I'm being paranoid again. I'm not sure if chat's broken or just nothing's being said. could be either because lately the chat has been jumpy. Do not know why that's been happening, but it has. Where it will seem like nothing's going on, and then it'll go swoop. There'll be 10 lines of text all of a sudden. Well, lo-fi vibes again. It's crazy to me is I'm getting the whole spiel out much faster than I thought I would. Thankfully. Well, it took me about 10 minutes to get started. It is just a quiet autumn night. That's what I like. Still here. I was like, yeah, we're here. Listening to the dulcet sounds of my voice. I understand. That's what the hard part about doing these streams is. Normally I give myself some kind of topic. And right now it's just whiskey that I have that I'm going to drink. It's usually what it is. But I was trying to think of different... other than this was like the first one that came to mind. Was having these little tastes of bottles that are going out. Well, will be going out at the end of the month. Although I have to put a caveat on that I may wait until after December to ship them. I get really paranoid about hand deliver them. Sorry, my mistake. Hand deliver them to everyone because things get really chaotic at this time of year. It's already started. Seeing Christmas stuff a little earlier than I care for, but that's me. Other people really love Christmas. I'm fine with it being there, but it's also really annoying. Well, don't get me started. Well, too late. I'm already started on the Christmas stuff. I had a theory, like what's happened over the past 10 to 15 to 20 years, where suddenly it's Halloween and then Christmas, and no in between. Like there's Thanksgiving in America at least. It's just been skipped over as of late. And I think it's because of The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what I blame, because that movie was about Halloween and then just Christmas. And people just stuck to that. They're like, you know what? Screw the Thanksgiving one. Let's just do Christmas immediately after Halloween. Just might as well just snow and have Santa there. It's fine. The joys of retail is my way of thinking, because I realize the big thing is it's not because Christmas is actually doing anything. It's not just jumping out at me. It's because retail stores and capitalism, as soon as they can get something out that you want to buy way before you're going to need it, and let's be real, you don't need anything for Christmas. You don't need to buy all the things to decorate everything. You don't need to buy a bunch of presents to give people. You just need to be with friends and family. But it gets crazy. Yes, it's a little bit of madness. So I usually like to tell people, at least that's what I did last year. I feel like I did. It really depends. If I can get myself situated to just get stuff out immediately, so like the very last week of November, maybe I'll try to pull it off. That's a big to do, and that is going to take a small chunk of money out of my own pocket because hand deliveries are expensive. But I do have the means. I have a bunch of hand delivery cases ready to roll. Just I've been saving them all year. For all the bottles I got. Just kept them. They should be ready to go. But I may wait a little bit before I do that, since I don't want to have them all packed up in their hand delivery cases and me forgetting which is which. That would be bad. I probably just wouldn't lock them down. Fifth quarter tailgate. Hello. Welcome to the madness. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'll be honest. I'm gonna blame the time of year. I'm gonna blame the fact that it's this weekend where the hours are going to get weird again, right? Where it's going to be like, whoa, let's screw with time. What a brilliant idea. I'll be saying it every year for all of my life. There's a seasonal thing that happens with me, and it sucks. I have this there's a thing that happens under my eyes, and they get really heavy. And it doesn't matter how much caffeine I drink at all. I'm still fatigued. And it's infuriating. Nothing seems to help. But here's the kicker. The caffeine will suddenly start to work right around the time I need to go to bed. So after this stream's over, after, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, when I should be thinking about sleep, I will shut her down, try to go to bed, lie in bed, and just my brain will just keep going. And I will have to retch the freaking thoughts that just keep zipping through my head and tell them to stop. Grand. Part of it, I think, is just the strain from doing all this. Raffle giveaways are pretty intense as far as trying to keep them going and try to keep people in the know. As I said earlier, the real big thing, the big ask, other than having people donate who watch the channel, is getting other people who don't watch the channel to donate via the people who do. That is the big turning point for a lot of this. We'll see. We got plenty of time. I'll probably have to change the goal if all goes well. I don't know if that will happen. We will see. If we get to the 4,000, then I'll do the same thing I did last year, which is very likely just to put it up by another 1,000, because that would help. I mean, that's the whole thing. I don't expect us to get to 4,000. I didn't expect us to get to 2,000 so fast. That was wild. Surprise. I'll just keep doing what I can. That's all I ever do. That's nice. Ow. It does have a coffee note. Coffee grounds. Not like actual coffee, but just the smell of coffee grounds. I'm really gonna not like this, by the way. This whole No Shave November thing. But I realized I haven't done any facial hair stuff other than what I've had for quite a while now. I mean, years. Thank you. Yeah, I at some point along this ride that is life, I decided on. People were saying I'll do my best a lot. It's supposed to be a positive, good statement, and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know if I can get to my best ever, so I'll just do what I can, and that's all I got. That's all I can say. I will do what I can. That is the thing I have to tell myself a lot. Not so much as much. Hold on. Not as frequently these days. There we go. But it still takes a fair amount of effort to get out of bed. It's great. And again, this time of year is not helping. The massive amount of caffeine I've consumed today, and I still feel blah. Soldiering on. Hell, I did a video about singing yesterday. That was nice. I used my pod. My tripod. Look at this thing. Let's do this. I can just set it up. Jesus, look at that. What was that? That was large. Whoa, Patrick Greedy, you are mad. Woo! Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. That does help tremendously. Usually with my regular ones, it was still a stupid amount of money. Jesus. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for that. That's a biggie. That's my background concern is I can get these to people, but what's that's gonna be like? Usually it's not too bad. These things are maybe less than 5 pounds easily. This is one of the biggies, folks. The 3-quart Butterscotch Sundae. Every time I look at it, I was like, I could just keep this. I could just unwrap it right now and drink it myself. I feel like Bilbo Baggins, when he's got the ring. After all, why shouldn't I keep it? You know, crosses my mind every once in a while. That's all right. I've drank 2 or 3 of those bottles. About time someone else got to try it. I know when I sent a sample to Whiskey Mountain, she enjoyed it quite a bit. And I believe she has said she is going to give something to this giveaway, which would bring it up to 15. That'll be good. Looking forward to that. I'll reach out to a few more channels one more time. I just don't want to be like nagging people. But it all helps. It's a matter of getting the word out there. That's the real hard part. People's attention spans are worse than mine. We'll see. I could. I'm thinking of other ways I can talk about this. I didn't make a post on Instagram. I made a story on Instagram. I didn't make a post on Instagram. I forgot. I'm going to set that up so I do it later. If I can remember to do it at all. You know what? I didn't download the file. Of course I didn't. Why wouldn't I do that? Ooh. No. No, I'm very easily distracted. Those little notifications on your phone. It's like someone's birthday is coming up a week from now. I know. Thanks. I am aware. Although in this day and age, a lot of people are. You only know. Here's the thing: if you're only getting your birthdays through Facebook, you're doing it wrong. Put it in your calendar. That's the way. It's the old method, the old tried and true method. Just put it in your calendar. Set it to remind you every year. You'll be good. Oh crap! I don't know where to put it. Shoot. I have a lot of files in a lot of different places. Oh, damn it. I thought this was going to be easy. Would seem not. Balls. Alright, I'll figure that out later. I don't want to be too distracted. I'm distracted enough. But I will have to do that next time. Because it has officially started. The raffle giveaway thing has started as of this month, 2 days ago. But I haven't announced it on Instagram. And Instagram is not the best place. Especially for the amount of followers I have. Oh, wait a minute. I just realized something. I was supposed to do a thing. I told myself to do a thing with Instagram. Silly as it all sounds. But, alright, good. 398 followers on the Instagram. I'm freaking famous. Everyone likes to look at my food. But I did want to give out a thanks when I hit 400, whatever that'll be. It isn't vital. Not so much as this channel. This channel is getting closer and closer to the 800. I can almost see it. It's right over there. Slowly but surely. I had to think about that. I'm like, was it 800? Yeah. Losing my mind. Alright, a little bit more of the balcony. Sorry. The rabbit, Jackalope. Trying to describe Balcona's note as the newest little complication for me. And right now all I've got is leather, like leather chairs, or leather pouch. Some worn leather, something that's been used for a long time. Then coffee grounds, then this raisin note. Gives that little bit of tang, that sweetness to it. Also thinking about fresh hay. Not fresh hay, fresh words. Hold on. Freshly tilled earth. It's got this earthy smell to it. Top dog, thank you. I don't know what this does. Bleep. Look at that. Little smiley thing there. It's all glowy. So fancy. Thank you very much, sir. Are those entries? Please tell me if they are. I will assume they are until you say otherwise. Also, cheers to you. Rinse out the glass. Oh, before I forget. Yes. I need to change those back from being Halloween stuff. There's a delay. I still have them. Time they're here, just so you know. Yum. That is basically apple juice. There's a cider place around here in Massachusetts. I really like their stuff. They had a really good higher proof one for a while, but it was only limited release. And I plan to go to their cider factory place. Cider factory. Orchard. Where they make the cider someday. Not too far. Oh, that's right. There's a delay. You're seeing me from the past every time, whether you know it or not. There's a chat delay. It's odd. Okay. Man, the chat is weird. Once you get into the once you get monetized, there are so many more options. Oh, I can't do it this way. No. No? Yes, but no. Okay. Still trying to figure stuff out, folks. I wonder. Because I am using a different option here to highlight stuff. Since I'm still a smaller channel, you will note I can highlight any kind of comment in chat, like so. Boop. But I don't know if when I do this, that usually is something that you get to do with YouTube. So once you get monetized, you will be able to show on screen, I think, those donations. Unless they just show in chat. I really don't remember anymore, man. I really don't. I've intertwined so many things. I don't know what's what. I'm making the assumption I can show that on screen if I don't have this setup that I have. Next, Old Elk, how you doing? How you doing? This one is not a fake cork, or maybe it is. I have no idea. Can't tell what's what. Here we have the Old Elk. This comes in at a massive 58%. I would like to read this to you, but it is in very tiny print. And it is just a basic sticker. Oh yeah, this... Ugh. Yeah. Smooth and layered straight bourbon whiskey. We hope you... we hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's a tiny print, man. Look at this right here. Tiny and in cursive. All right, here we go. Woo! Oh, hiya. That's a whole different thing. Crap. It's weird when I go back to a whiskey I've already done a video about. It's like, what did I say? What does this remind me of again? I know it's making me think of Maker's Mark a little bit. And by the way, I resisted so hard today. I went into a liquor store again. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. I went in there to buy a bottle. I'll give you guys a preview of this since you're here. Where is it? Oh. So with Turkey Day coming up, I thought I'd do a Russell's Reserve 10-year. Since, believe it or not, I've never done that. I've never even owned a bottle of this stuff until now. Me who proclaims to like Wild Turkey so much. And it doesn't say Wild Turkey on it, but it is a Wild Turkey Distillery product. My other options were to get the 101 rye and possibly the rare breed rye. I didn't look. I was too intent on getting that. What I did resist was getting a Maker's Mark 46 cask strength. Because I'm all out, but I also have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 different Maker's Mark bottles up there. Even if I am out of Maker's 46 cask strength. It's all right. It's all right. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can get it again sometime soon. Maybe. Okay. And then, let us not forget my poor purchase problem, a lot of P's, of the Redbreast PX cask strength, or cask strength, Redbreast PX finish. I don't know if I did a video for that. I looked at my own channel and I thought, what? Didn't I? It was so good. Why would I not have? My concern is that I might have done it for a live tasting. I haven't checked that yet. But if I did, what the heck was I thinking? I assume I was thinking that I'd never see a bottle again. My understanding initially was that it was a one and done for Redbreast. I seem to have been mistaken. With the lamp? You did. I haven't looked. Hold on. Where's my phone? You're going to see me say, where's my phone a lot when it's actually right in front of my face. Doing great. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Doesn't matter how much caffeine you give me. I'll never be functional. It's all right. Oh, nice. 1783. I like it. Wait, you look at all those other ones. That's the one on the left. Magic gallon batch. Can't really zoom in. I like that. 1783. It's cool. I dig it. You're a crafty individual, aren't you? Yeah, that's strange. Oh. Man, I'm getting tongue-tied with this whiskey, man. Weeders now, or at least Old Elk specifically, is a mix of Buffalo Trace and Maker's Mark to me. It's like someone put them both together. It's a little sweeter, but it almost has a Maker's 46 vibe to it. Why? Or I should say this specific pick by Retan. Oh, booyah. Cool. I love that. My top dog, was your $9.99 for the raffle? Because if not, do tell. I assume anything that's going at me right now, unless otherwise stated, is for the raffle. The big monthly raffle. Ouch. I blew my drink too fast. I'll add that to the list at least. That's a wild one. And it's going to be completely random, double random, triple million random. what I plan to do is, hold on. The prizes will be they'll be shuffled, so I will have a list of the prizes, and I'll just go, bloop, and then what'll happen is whatever order that is, like from top to bottom, I will randomly pick the winners, and it will go, winner of the first, second, third, fourth. That's how it will be, because that's the only sensible thing I can think of to make it as universally fair as possible. This is only the second year I've done this. I didn't consult anyone about what I'm supposed to be doing. Ah, bright. Cool. Yes. I was figuring that out. It takes me a little bit. But I will add that now. That's what I'm doing now. I'm adding it. Top dog. Whiskey lamp, we'll call it. That's what it is. That's the easiest way to put it. Go. Save. Close. I have a document for that, and I'm so good at this. Oh, man. Oh. Damn, that's good. Damn. Why do I have to like Weeders? Why? I'm glad it's a popular bourbon style, but so good. I feel better already. That's the weird part. Like the Magnificent Beast is good, but it's not a weeded bourbon, is it? The first sip of weeded bourbon, I can feel myself. That's better. This is my preference. It's what, Weeders and high rye bourbons. I know that because I've checked the playlists I have, and one of those playlists is 90 or close to that. I think I saw 90 earlier, but that doesn't feel right. But there's quite a few in the bourbon one. So there's a playlist of bourbons, and it's just quite a bit. Sweet vanilla. Just a touch of brown sugar. A little spice. Dry finish. Slow dry finish. Making me think of freaking chocolate chip cookies. I will pour more of this after. Unless, of course, I get wrangled away by the Craig we have coming up next. Shutting it down in about 12 minutes. And you will get a message from me on the GoFundMe if you enter via the GoFundMe. It'll ask me to thank you, which I do. And I will, of course, give you the opt-out option. That's what I have to deal with, because last year, that's not a huge problem, because if you didn't, respond, I would roll again. But there were quite a few people who got picked last year, at least 2 or 3. And I tried to get in touch, and nothing happened. Nothing came through. So I had to re-roll those names until someone actually won who I could talk to. Elizabeth, hello. Running errands. Oh, be safe, be careful. Hope you have a coat on. It's a bit chilly right now. I think most of the United States got a big old sweep of cold recently. Right now it's 50 degrees, so it's not bad. That's fine for me. But yesterday was pretty damn chilly as far as temperature-wise. We got our first frost as of like the very beginning of November. November showed up. It's like, you know what? Let's just make it freezing for one night. Enjoy. But since New England is New England, it'll be 50 degrees tonight, and it'll very likely get a little warmer for the next week or so. Weather is weird. Just as I was getting used to the whole concept of, I know winter is coming. Speaking of, maybe that's what I can do. Not all 7. But there is a sampler in this raffle from me, and it is the 7 Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones samplers. As you can see, they're still back there. You can't see them all now, because we have this in the way. But that is for display, since that'll be next month. I get very busy at the end of the year doing this massive giveaway, and then December, Advent calendar. 24 days straight of dealing with me on a live stream. And more importantly, me drinking whiskey every day. But you know what? It's the end of the year. I think it's all right. I think it's okay. Having to, have a drink every day just to get through the end of the year. It's okay. There's worse things to do. We'll see. That's not the priority, but if I can get to 1,000 subscribers at some point, I'll say it every year until I do. And then it'll just change to like 1,500 and then 2,000. You have to set a goal for yourself. And that's what it's going to be after that happens, if that happens. It might. It should. The subscriber rate has been going up relatively quickly lately for my channel, where it's just maybe 10 or so every 3 weeks-ish. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've been doing this for 4 years, so again, I'm not in a huge rush. It just would be nice to get ad revenue. I think at 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, they're like, here's the ad revenue. Yes. Finally, a passive income. That's all we all want. Passive income. I say passive as if I'm not putting everything I do into making this channel what it is. So it's like kind of passive. Like I did the work already. Now it's just a slow trickle, hopefully. We're not there yet. Soon. Soon. I'll be trying to promote the Advent calendar better this year. I know everyone is bombarded by them on all the whiskey channels. But mine are live. It's a live review. Because there's absolutely no way I would attempt to do 24, 25 different tiny videos for that entire month. I would have to start doing them now. No, I'm not going to do that. I have a problem with just getting a video out every week. And that's mostly editing. However, this upcoming week is set to go. The week after that is set to go. I am ahead by 2 weeks at the moment. And if I can keep it that way, that would be ideal. The only reason that fumbled was due to my trip in Texas, which I did prep for. So I was about 2 to 3 weeks in advance up until I returned from Texas. And then I just needed to recuperate. And by the time I was ready to make more videos, it was, the one for next week. And then I had to make the one after that. I'm not an extremely busy person, but I can only handle so much at a time. That's the real kicker. Sugar Kitty, meow. Indeed. Meow. Meow. Good evening. Welcome. We're winding down. I'm not doing 2 hours tonight because I'm fatigued as hell. Sunday, I don't think it will be either. It's kind of been a crapshoot lately. And today is just one of those days where it sucks. I wish I didn't feel like this, but I know I'm just drained. But now, we'll be winding down the stream with Elijah Craig. My college one, Irenes hug. Yep. This is also in the lineup. There's the bottle of Elijah Craig. Irenes hug, 66% up for grabs. And don't forget, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins, tell your uncles, tell everyone you know, so it can help you get a better chance of getting a bottle or other prize. I'm just gonna pour a little of this. There we go. Just a smidge. Oh, I got some on my hand. Okay. Nope, not gonna do that. Oh, I have nowhere to put this. Whew. I got crayon. There we go. There's this deep dark brown sugar. And vanilla. I got a mix of eraser and pencil. Like if you were ever someone like me who gnawed on pencils occasionally as a high schooler, or actually middle schooler, possibly high schooler. That's wild. Ooh. That's nice. That doesn't drink like the proof, but I wonder if I had some extra water in there by accident. I didn't mean to. I think I did the flick to try to get the water out, but might not have done enough. Feels pretty tame for a 66% whiskey, but then again, that does happen. My own bottle of Elijah Craig is very high proof and also does not drink like it. Oh, ha! Okay, if you hold it on your tongue for a moment, that changes immediately. Spicy. I'm thinking of cinnamon sugar oatmeal, which is something I like to eat, usually in the mornings. And then we have that coffee note. It's wild, man. Stingy, though. And just holding it on your tongue for a moment. It's like, oh, hi, hello, yes, you are 66%. I'm sorry for doubting you. Woo! That's good. Hurts so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't be like it should. Hurts so good. Name that band, because I don't remember who it is. I know the song, though. Anything else? I don't think so. I do feel like I'm forgetting something, but that is time. That is typically my complete state of mind all the time. Ugh, my brain is so fried. But we are good. We are winding down. We will be back on Sunday. We'll be doing this still. Don't worry. And keep an eye on the GoFundMe. Share it as much as you can. That's all I ask, really. I don't even ask people to donate officially. The real thing to do is share it. Get the word out there. This is not the best time for me and my family. Where we deal with it as best we can, but, you know, that lingering thought in the back of my head that both my parents have cancer, not great. And I think doing this fundraiser is usually what pushes that away as much as possible. It makes me feel like I'm doing something good, because there's not much else I can do about this situation. We're still going. John Mellencamp, okay. The radio song in my mind, but I do know it. Radio or Spotify or whatever you want to call it. Oops, sorry. Forgot to clear the kitty. But Sugar Kitty likes being on screen because cat. Of course. Center of attention. Jeez. I have enough for a couple more sips in here. Whew. Oh my god, it's at the tip of my tongue. Indeed. Alright, there we go, folks. 8 o'clock. I wish I could stay for longer, but I know how I feel more than anyone. I don't want to just be a blob for an hour. And I need to eat something. Let's be real. I haven't eaten much at all today. There you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Thank you for joining me on KillCo Whiskey Musings. You can find my social media and Patreon in the links below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.